Class 9 Biology. Good morning, students. Today we will continue the same chapter, chapter 4, the flower. In the last session, we discussed about the parent. So, what is parent? Undifferentiated sepals and petals, or when sepals and petals fused each other. So, it is difficult to differentiate individually. Such petals and sepals are known as parent. Now, Now there are two terms, sepaloid and petaloid. Very easy. A parent is green. Such parent is known as sepaloid because sepals are actually green. And a parent is colorful because petals are colorful. Such parent is known as petaloid. Clear all of you? Now come to bracts. When a flower arises in the axil of a leaf-like structure, this structure is known as bracts. Bracts may be green like ordinary leaves, or at times they are colored. The large and colorful bracts of Bougainvillea is easily mistaken for petals. The actual flower in this case is a small, somewhat cylindrical and attached on the inner side of the braids. So this leaf-like structure, the pink colored part, the leaf-like structure that arises from the axil is known as bracts, which encloses minute or tiny flower. So these are the leaf-like structure that arise from the axil. See. This is an axil. Here a leaf-like structure. This leaf-like structure is known as bracts, which encloses one small flower. Clear all of you? Okay. Now see, next term, nectaries. Most flowers produce a sweet fragrant liquid called nectar. Group of nectar secreting cells called nectaries are situated usually at the base of the pistil or on the base of the petals. The nectar attracts insects like honeybee for cross-pollination. In some cases, nectaries are very prominent, as in nasturtium. See, this is the female part called pistil, which consists of stigma, style and ovary that encloses ovule, which grow over the thalamus. So this is the female part of a flower. At the base of the ovary, some cells are aggregate. These cells are known as nectaries, which secrete nectar, so-called honey, and this is one of the nutritious food for the insect. That's why insect land on the flower, and the insect help in the process of pollination. Clear? Once more, nectaries are the group of cells that are located just below the ovary, secrete nectar and nutritious food for the insect, which help in the process of cross pollination. come to the topic sexuality in flower, male, female and bisexual flower. See, sexuality of flower. A flower is said to be bisexual when it contains both parts, that is male and female part. So here this is the figure for a bisexual flower. This is the female part, these are the male part, petals, sepals, thalamus. So this is a bisexual flower, also known as hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite is a technical term used for bisexual flower. In case of animal, earthworm is also known as hermaphrodite because an earthworm contains both the sexes. Clear? On the other hand, flower is said to be unisexual, that is either male or female flower. Such flowers are known as incomplete. Once more, sexuality flower. So on the other hand, flower is said to be unisexual flower, that is male flower and female flower. Male flower or female flower, if it is unisexual, also known as incomplete or imperfect. Clear? If it contain only male part, it is also known as staminate flower, and if it contain only female part, it is known as pistillate flower. See once more overall, sexuality of flower. A flower is said to be either bisexual or unisexual. If it is bisexual, it contains both the part that are male and female part. So this is the typical bisexual flower that contain female as well as male part. If it is unisexual, it either contain male or female. If it only contain male part, then such flowers are known as either incomplete or imperfect. Technically it is known as staminate flower because it contain only the stamen, male part. If it is female or if it contain female part, again it is also known as incomplete or imperfect flower, and here it is technically known as pistillate flower because pistils are the female part of a flower. Clear? Now one exception, that is neuter flower. A flower in which both male and female reproductive organs are lacking, means the flower do not contain any reproductive part. Such flowers are known as neuter. Examples is ray florets of sunflower, pistillate but sterile. Sterile means this flower cannot reproduce into a new plant. Clear? Okay. Before going to the next topic, let's revise the parts of a flower. So these are 4 parts or floral appendages that grow over the thalamus, in particular folds. So these are the different floral appendages that grow over the thalamus on particular halls. So in the outermost, these are the green parts known as sepals, collectively known as calyx. Petals are colorful, collectively known as corolla. This is the female part known as pistil, collectively gynoecium. Stamen, male part, collectively known as androecium. So this is a bisexual flower, and this is the symbol of bisexual, current in both the sexes, that is female as well as male. Here in this topic we will discuss regarding all the parts in details. First it is calyx. So calyx consists of green parts known as sepal. Usually there are five sepal. Sometimes they may be lost, or in a few cases ever more. The sepals may be pre-polysepalous or fused gamosepalous. Sometimes, as in hibiscus, udhul, there may be second series of sepals called episepals, collectively called epicalyx. See, calyx, the green part, consists of sepals. Sepals are either polysepalous or gamosepalous. Poly means many sepals, but the sepals are free. The thalamus, these sepals are free. If there are free sepals, such sepals are known as polysepalous. And if they are fused, if all the sepals are fused with each other, such sepals are known as gamosepalous, because gamo means fused. The term gamo means fused, and if sepals are fused, such sepals are known as gamosepalous, and if it is free, it is known as polysepalous. In some flower like hibiscus, rosa indica, that is China rose, in Hindi it is known as udhul, it contains a series of small calyx just below the calyx known as epicalyx. A series of small calyx arise just below the calyx known as epicalyx. Clear all of you? Poly, free sepals, gamo, fused sepals, a small group of series of calyx arise just below the calyx. The main function of sepals or calyx is protect the flower bud when they are young, also perform the process of photosynthesis because they contain chlorophyll. Now come to the corolla. Again in case of corolla consists of petals. If they are free, such petals are known as polypetalous, free petals. And if they are infused, such petals are known as gamopetals, fused petals. Clear? Any doubt? I think no. Okay. Now see the function of petals. Colorful and fragrant petals attract insect. Colorful and fragrant petals attract insect for pollination. That's why petals in the flowers are either colorful or contain certain fragrance only to attract insect. If petals are large, showy, then they do not have any fragrance, and if they are dull in appearance, small in size, they must contain fragrance only to attract insect for the process of pollination. They also protect stamen and pistil, the male and female part, especially when the petals forms a tube. Okay, next day we will discuss the rest two floral parts that are androecium consists of stamen and the female part pistil, collectively known as gynoecium. Clear all of you? Okay, have a good day. Bye all of you.